Hi guys, and welcome to New Books in July. Happy 4th of July if it already happened. I'm pretty sure it will by the time it's an exciting month. I love it, but there's never that really good releases in July. So I usually have like 4 to 6 releases. I think I only have 4 this month. But these are all the books I'm excited for that are being released in July, and one of them is a thriller, which I never pick thrillers, so that's how much I read through all the things because, man, there wasn't that many. Sorry, I was a little bit sick recently, so I gotta clear my throat. Okay, so the first one is Girls Like Us. This is a thriller by Cristina. It comes out July 2nd. This starts out a setting scene of an FBI agent named Nell. I believe she's a girl. I don't remember. But anyway, she hasn't been home in 10 years, and she's an FBI agent. She has to come home because her father, who is a homicide detective, is dead. So she has to take care of all of his things. And in lieu of this, she gets pulled into the case he's working on, which was a double homicide of 2 girls. And the more and more she works on the case, she's thinking, I think my dad did it. Which scares her a lot because she helped exonerate her father from her mother's murder, because her mother was murdered, it turns out. So very intriguing, very thrillerish, very not up my speed, but it sounded fun. I like FBI stories. I chose was Maybe This Time by Casey West, and it comes out June 9th. This one is a really simple plot because it's a YA contemporary romance, and it is just about a young girl who works every party scene in her small town because she is an assistant florist. And then along comes a little boy not a little boy, but a boy her age, whose father is a chef, and he ends up in all these same places. They don't get along at first, but yeah, there's not much to that one, but it sounded cute. I never read anything by Casey West, but I'm excited to, and maybe I'll just start with this one because it's her newest one, and hopefully I like it and it's fun. And I'm into contemporary romance reads lately, YA. I used to not like them, and then this year I've gotten really into them, so I found one on the list. The next book is a far more complicated book. It is The Niccola Boys by Colson, Whitehead, and it comes out June 16th. About a young boy named Elwood, and this setting scene is 1960s Florida. They're still in the Jim Crow laws quite heavily at this point in Florida, and he signs himself up to go to an all-black college and is heading that way when a slip-up lands him in the Niccola Boys Reform School. Yeah, that's what it was called. And this school is abusive and mean and physically and mentally and sexually, I think, abusive. And he's trying to retain who he was and what he wanted to be and to go to college. And he wants to believe in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King that he has held on to all this time. But he's finding it harder and harder to believe, being stuck here in this home. And as well, the story is based off of a true story of a home that was open for nearly 100 years during the Jim Crow laws, and that was based in Florida, so it's kind of a sad book as well, but it has pretty good reviews from, I'm guessing, the people who have gotten ARCs so far, and it was an anticipated book for a lot of people this year, so I put it on the list because I do like these intriguing, harder to read kind of stories, and it sounds really good. Last book is The Flight Girls by Noelle Salazar, and it comes out in July. Put down the date because I don't know what date it was. I didn't write down the date. So the setting scene is it's a military, girls in military, World War II scene. I read so many of these this year, but hopefully it's good because it's a unique story. So this one is a girl who signs up, or she's in 1941. She grew up in Texas flying planes, so she goes out and signs up to help pilots fly better in Hawaii, and then Pearl Harbor happens, and after that it gets her kind of pushed more into the war. She goes ahead and signs up for what is it called? The Women Air Force Service Pilots. And then it pushes her even farther because there was an intrigue of a boy that she was training to fly before the whole Pearl Harbor thing, and he was a young lieutenant, and then that boy goes missing behind enemy lines, so it pushes her even farther into the war behind enemy lines. So it sounded intriguing, it sounded fun. It is another World War II women in war story, which I've read a lot this year, but it sounded really good, so just add it to the pile. I've been having a really good reading year. And those are all the books I'm excited for this July. Tell me what books and releases you're excited for. There are some ones coming out this fall I'm really excited for, but yeah. Tell me if you're excited for any of these reads or if you have other ones you're excited for, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys next time. Bye!